Hey guys, let's make a me. So, I learned a lot about me's in art school. Art school was, there was a teacher there, and she was very rude. And she said I wouldn't amount to anything in life. And you know what it really made me think? It made me, I said to her, I understand you're in a bad situation with life and that, your husband died 2 years ago, but still, this is no way to teach a class. And she told me to shut my lip. And I said, excuse me, miss, but I know that this is wrong. I know that I just sighed and I left because I don't feel like getting in a fight with her. She must have a lot of anger from just dealing with the economic system of school and how like they just like don't get paid that well, and overall just like the school system in general is just horrible, and like it's deplorable, and like stuff like teachers like that like shouldn't exist but do because of the problem of the economic situation with schools, and just like and just in general how unfortunate the children that are there are learning, because the teachers don't care, the children don't care, and the government doesn't care about it. Even they try to act like they care, but they don't. And the big problem with it is that it all is just a big mess. Alright, it's just a big mess. It really grinds my gears when I hear about it, because it reminds me of that teacher, and every time I think about that teacher, it's just wrong. The school system needs to be fixed. We need a president who will fix our economic crisis that we're in right now, and just in general just save this country, because right now, as of now, this country is very, we're very hostile towards the other countries, and we can't have that, because that just ruins our relationships with all the other countries, and the other countries' relationships with countries that aren't us, because they're associated with us, like Canada and like the Philippines. The Philippines really loves us, but sometimes they're attacked because of us. And it's just a big mess right now, because America believes the one way of solving things is to start hate propaganda against them. And that's exactly what they're doing in North Korea right now, is starting a hate propaganda against us. We see them as bad, but they're just as bad as us almost in some ways. I mean, we're slaves to 9-to-5 job, and they're slaves to their jobs too. It may be an eternity for them, and like everything on TV, they only have 3 channels and they're all the same. But is that really different in America? If all the news stations are practically the same, and fear mongering us to make us scared to go outside, and the entire world is just in ruins because of us, and just there's a weak chain, there's weak links in this giant chain that we call Earth, and we're one of the weakest links. We're one of them. But the problem is that we just have we just are too hostile. We're like baboons. We don't know when to stop fighting. We don't understand. We never get the truth. We never get the truth about these other countries. It's always just the news making them look horrible. Even like the Middle East hates us, because we all see them as terrorists, even if they're people like us with families and children and lives. And the fact that I have to feel responsible, that normal American citizens who don't agree with this have to feel responsible and have to get the consequences, even though it's not going to the people that are causing this. It's horrible, and America needs to. We were always founded as a group that's just focused on killing. That's how we got this country. We just killed the people that were here. we just kill to solve our situations in America and on this earth, sometimes in general, with every country. But I think that America sometimes does it the worst, and we really need to like stop doing this because it's just causing a worldwide problem with countries and us in general. And I don't think the average American citizens should suffer just because of one man's, just because of his incompetence, and he's just like unintelligent, and he's causing all of this to happen, and we're just following an unintelligent leader. That's what's been happening for the past hundreds of years in America. We have always, if you look back, there's rarely been an occasion where a president wasn't like hostile to other countries. I mean, most of the time, everybody just thinks about is war. Even like it's everybody, the police officers, like the TV never stops talking about war. They never stop talking about Iraq ever since 9/11 happened. It's just caused even more fear mongering. It not only like destroyed many lives, but it's destroyed even more lives because of it that aren't even American. Innocent people in Iraq and Iran and just the Middle East were killed, were innocents, and they were killed just because we presumed them as terrorists, even though it's just racist and it's racial profiling, and it's just the entire situation is just a mess in general. And I'm sick of the way that the government is handling all of the situations that we're going through, and how they're all like it's just foul. It's foul that we have to suffer because I feel most of the time I feel like I'm the bad person when those small innocent countries get bombed by us. The U.S. The U.S. is just all around just a flawed country that we won't admit. And instead of fixing those flaws, we get angry when people point them out, or just like attack our flaws. And instead of fixing the flaws, we just return with violence. And I'm just sick of it all. And I think it's time that America starts thinking about the normal citizens like me. And there you go, that's how you make a meme.